Hello everyone, welcome to our second Kevin's Corner. I am Kevin Horner, an attorney with Galligan & Manning here in Houston, Texas. And thank you all for tuning in. If you joined us last week for our first ever, thank you very much. We had well over 100 viewers, which is fantastic. And for those who didn't, the format is going to be this. Every Thursday right around noon, I'm going to come on for 5-6 minutes, something like that, and I'm going to try to answer some questions, and we're going to talk about estate planning. We're going to talk about elder law, and we're going to talk about estate administration. And this is an opportunity for you to just send in a couple of questions if you have any. And if not, I'll just talk about a topic that's relevant in one of those three fields today. If you do have any questions, you can see from where I am in the video, and all the browsers are different. There's some place to make comments. By all means, send in a comment there with a question, and I'll do my best to be able to answer it. If it's too much or if I get too many, I'll wait and try to do it in a subsequent one. If you want to email for future shows too, you can get onto our website, galliganmanning.com, and you can email us there. Just put in the subject Kevin's Corner question, and then we can go from there. Okay, so today what I thought I'd talk about is, now that we hopefully all had good Memorial Days, and we're starting to think about summer and people are going on vacations and trips. It seems like a lot of people I know are going to out of the country, or they're going on extended trips over the summer now that the kids are out of school, which is fantastic, of course. And it provides an opportunity to do actually some estate planning for a vacation or a distant out of the country stay. And it's not always what people are thinking of. They think of, I need a will because what happens when you have something in the plane. But what might be a more likely scenario, and one that's easily avoidable, is what happens if I'm abroad, or just something happens to me where I can't handle business here. I can't get in touch with my loved ones. I can't deal with the finances that are here. I need to access money, but I can't because of the conditions of where I am, or whatever the case might be. Or let's say something happens to you medically from a distance, and you're not in the same healthcare system. You're not in all those same standard issues. You need someone who can gain access to what's going on with you, gain access to make sure those things get taken care of. It's incapacity planning, just for a very specific reason. And so that actually can be handled very easily. That can be done with a power of attorney document. That can be done with a medical power of attorney document. And by doing that, you can make sure someone is in a position to assist you with that, gain information, figure out what's happening, make decisions if you can't while you're abroad, or like I said, while you're on an extended vacation and you're just simply unavailable for that purpose. So it's the kind of thing that people could very easily do and should probably be thinking of, especially now before you go on the trip or well into the summer. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is with regards to the exact same consideration. People really tend not to think about this one, but it's when people turn 18. Think of all the kids who, in the next couple of weeks, are all going to have their graduations out of high school, and then are probably going to college sometime in the fall. They're now presumably 18 years old. They're adults. Their information is their personal information. So what sometimes families encounter is those kids graduate, go off to college, and then they have a health episode, or they have some incident that happens. And when the parents try to find out about it, they're not entitled to any of that information necessarily. And that's, of course, a surprise to them, but it's because the child is now 18, they're an adult, and it's their personal information. Now that they are 18, they can choose, just like anybody else, to let someone else into that information, to either make decisions if they can't, or simply just to release information to them. This too could be a power of attorney for for financial decisions, or gaining access to payments and bills, etc. It could be medical powers of attorney if they're incapacitated and can't make a medical decision. And then sometimes, just with what's going on, a very simple HIPAA release, just making it so the doctor is treating the child can speak to you, the parent. And that's the kind of thing that we actually do quite a lot of at this time of year, because it's done once they hit 18, and they do it in advance before, actually possibly before their summer trips, and then later going to school in the fall. So it's a really basic, easy thing to do. It doesn't have to be that involved. And in fact, actually, we're going to talk about it in greater detail. Mary Galligan from our office is going to be presenting on June the 24th on all of the estate planning issues that people have as they go off to college. It's when all those things become relevant to them. So that's definitely something that would be worth going to if you have more interest in this. We're going to do it June the 24th, like I said, at 6:30 at the Heights Mediation Center here in Houston, which would be a great opportunity to learn more. You can get more information about that on our website, galliganmanning.com. And I think that's probably it. It's sort of the somber reality to think of before you go off and have all this fun, as I hope you all do this summer and going into the fall. It's something that you can take care of now, and you just don't have to worry about it when you go on all your trips and enjoy all of these things you have coming to you in the summer. So thank you very much, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all here again next Thursday at noon for Kevin's Corner. Thanks.